your diary session is over. You may leave the diary room. Big Brother Naija is getting interesting every day, like each and every day. Today's episode was different, so like it was so energetic. There's no way you be like I had experience it. Someone was cooking at the same time she was watching Big Brother. The food was burning, like whole of people's experiences. Today is like, I don't know, today is compilation of so many things. If I say I'm saying everything here, I'm not ending this video. Anyway, welcome to Sahara Movies. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I told you earlier that this channel is basically for Big Brother till further notice. So if you're a fan of Big Brother, don't forget to subscribe. I give you the full details in total. So let's get started. This morning was a usual morning because they know they have rehearsals. We know the housemates know that they have rehearsals to make for the cultural theatrical show. They also know that they need to review the wild cards. They also know they'll be having a diary session with Big Brother. So like today is in their minds, today is a packed day for them. So after initially they started with Big Brother calling them and making them choose random envelopes. We know Abeg is their main sponsor, and Big Brother said that Abeg has sponsored the housemates with 23 envelopes, and the main housemates are 22. So if they are 23, then who is the last envelope going to? And that was something to be determined by the housemates. Who would the 23rd envelope go to? So initially they were debating. Others were saying, okay, they should do a game of skill, just like what Big Brother did before Peace won the head of house. That one is a game of skill, like a competition. So the one who wins will get an additional envelope. That's a 23rd envelope. Or others were saying we should do a game of chance. So game of chance is like Ludo. So you play Ludo. Even Ludo is even a game of skill, because if you don't know how to count it, you might lose. So I wouldn't say game of chance. I wouldn't say Ludo. So game of chance is like pick and act. You just pick it randomly and then you choose whatever you want. So that is what. And the third one was they suggest someone should choose. The people should agree on one person taking the money, and that doesn't sound fair to me, because I wouldn't accept it. Or what if I don't want this person to take the money, but because everyone is choosing that person, I would be forced, I'll be compelled to choose as well. So they finalized on game of chance. So the game of chance was pick and act. So that was the final decision. Before I move further from here, did you guys see what Peace did to Maria? You know, yes, Maria. Was it Maria? Yes, it was Maria. And now I understand why Maria is all over the place all the time. No, it wasn't Maria, it was Nini. I now understand what Peace did to Nini. You know, Peace is a very calm person, as her name goes. Her name is very, very calm. Like, she has a calm name, and people decide to take advantage when they realize that your personality even matches with your name. When they realize your personality and your name they correspond, they try to cheat you or treat you in a certain way. Yeah, so Nini has this tendency of interrupting into people's opinions. So whether the opinion is good or bad, they interrupt. Whether the opinion is this or that, they interrupt. I mean, she interrupts. And Maria is also fond of doing that. But this time it was Nini that Peace gave it to her. Like, she was respectfully disrespected. I don't know how. No, she wasn't disrespected, but she was really given to, like, Peace gave it to her according to how she deserves it. Because she keeps on doing that, and they keep on telling her, Nini, you don't have to interrupt when people are making opinions. Even if you don't buy their opinions, there's no need interrupting into their conversations. And that's something that Nini doesn't seem to understand. And we know Peace to be someone, she's not taking advantage of the position she has this week. I mean, the head of house, because if she takes advantage, she knows that maybe next week she might not have it, and people will start making fun of her, that you see, you now you've lost it, you see now you are lonely and all that. So she's very skeptical about how she treats others. But sometimes they make it look like she's too weak. She's too weak for the job. Like, that's how I feel sometimes. Sometimes they make it look like Peace doesn't deserve the position because she cannot control them and all that. And I really like what Peace did to Nini today. Peace really gave it to Nini left, right, center, but in a simple phrase, in a very simple phrase. And she really deserved that. Nini really deserved that. Now, moving forward to where I stopped. Now, what started? Red room started. I don't know, why did I say red room? I mean, diary room started. I've written red room here, that's why. So, diary room started. I think they started with, what's his name? The Arabian. They started with Peace's assistant. Oh, why have I forgotten his name? Good. They started with Yusuf. You know how Yusuf is. So the questions Big Brother was asking them was, when you join the house, you were given a task to find who the wildcards are. How is it so far? And they were all saying, I mean, Yusuf was like, oh, it's a bit difficult because Yusuf used about 25 minutes for his session. Like his session took about 20 to 25 minutes, and that was too long. But the next person was very short. The next person's session was like 5 minutes. Yeah. So Yusuf was like, oh, it's a bit difficult because I don't know who the white cars are. You know, people will defend why they because it was realistic to me why they were not finding the white cars, because you cannot just randomly decide to look for someone who is also trying all their efforts to hide it. Do you get it? So you are making all your effort to hide it. At the same time, people have been assigned to look for you. You do everything to hide it. It's like being an undercover. They are undercover people, so they have to do everything to hide it, and that's perfect. That's perfect. So Yusuf was able to talk about his experience in the house and the people he has been able to get closer to and what he has learned from them or what he knows about them. So those were the questions Big Brother was asking Yusuf, and he was able to answer. So other people were coming, other housemates were coming, answering. You know, that is where you need to pour your heart out. That is where you need to say everything you have to say. Beatrice was like, the house, they are not being fed to her, like they don't like her. And even me watching from my house, I feel Beatrice has a different attitude altogether. Sometimes she just wants to isolate herself from the others, because she was saying that this is the first time she's living with people, more than 5 people. So she's beginning to adjust. So we should understand that sometimes her attitudes wouldn't really add up, because she's now adjusting. So Beatrice was able to pour out her heart to Big Brother. And one thing I like about Big Brother is he's so emotionless. Like, he doesn't have emotion. Even when you are telling him your worst pain, he just keeps quiet and then asks you the next question. If he doesn't ask you the next question, he tells you that your diary session is over. Please, you may leave the diary room. After you've poured your heart out, Biggie will just be like, your diary session is over. You may leave the diary room. I was like, are you serious? Like, after being so blatantly honest with him, he just leaves you hanging like that. Anyway, that is Biggie for you. And you know, he doesn't have to show favoritism. He has to be very strict with what he does. Now, moving to White Money. When it was White Money's time for the session, for the diary session, and they asked him that during their first game, when they had to choose, or when Peace had to win the battle, what is his take on it? Come and see White Money and parables and proverbs and prophecies and preachings I've never heard before. We know White Money to be someone who brags. There's no way White Money should win this Bbnaija 2021. Like, it's unfair. He was like, he feels Peace is too slow for the position. He feels Peace is like, I don't know, or some very, very, I don't know, I don't want to say painful. Like, he actually undermines the potential of Peace, and I don't know why White Money should see Peace as someone who cannot control the house. Me, I feel Peace is doing the perfect job. Honestly, I feel she's doing her best, because she's meant to control, not control. She's meant to regulate 22 people or 21 people, and she's not the oldest, she's not a man, she's a woman, and also the place doesn't belong to her, so she has to be very tactical about how she talks, how she does this, how she does this. I remember, I think on the 3rd day, White Money had to call Yusuf and complain to Yusuf that the washroom is dirty and the housemates are just relaxing. Why won't he order them to go and clean the washroom? I was like, really, is it your job? I have the video on this channel. Is it your job, white money? Is it your job to be telling people what they have to do? Is it your job to be telling people their job, white money? Please answer me. It's not your responsibility. So I don't know why you will be, I don't know, bad mouthing. I'll call it bad mouthing. Then he later finalized it. Oh, I think Peace is doing a good job. Aside everything, I think she's doing her best and all that. I was like, what do you mean? Like, white money, you know, your time will come. I know white money's time will come. Now moving to the person I really didn't expect to say is Sasuke. So during Sasuke's audition, she was like she spoke her heart. She congratulated Peace. She's doing a good job and all that. And then Big Brother was like, why do you think Peace chose Yusuf? Why do you think Peace chose Yusuf? That was a very tricky question. And then Sasuke said, because Yusuf is a guy that any lady would want. And she just poured her heart out. Yes, I have feelings for Yusuf. Confirmed. This is confirmed. I have feelings for Yusuf, because if you say that Yusuf is a guy that any lady would want, and Big Brother confirmed by saying, if you meet any lady, does it include you? And she said, yes. So Yusuf wants, so Sasuke likes Yusuf. That's very interesting. Seriously, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know, it's getting interesting every blessed day. Like today has been different. Today has been very, very different. Like it's been, there's no way you should even take your eyes off the TV or whatever you're watching it on for like a second, else you miss something interesting. So about the diary room, I think it was smooth and all that, until Maria entered. This is Big Brother. Maria, please come to the diary room. Nobody, I didn't suspect Maria would be part of the wildcast. I honestly didn't suspect Maria, because she was playing her part perfectly. Like she was a perfect actor. In my previous videos, I was saying that, hey, so do the wildcast, do they know themselves? Do they know they are wildcards and they'll have to protect their identity? Or they don't know, so they are just acting normal until Big Brother begins, or until Big Brother reveals them on Sunday. That is what I was thinking. Unfortunately, the wildcards know themselves. There's a saying that it takes one to know one. That's how come Maria was able to predict or guess perfectly that Pere is also part of the wildcards. It takes one to know one. This confirms that saying. It takes one to know, because aside Maria and Pere, none of them was able to guess, because when Big Brother asks, they are able to say, oh, I don't think we'll know. And not upside the other housemates, only the wildcards were able to guess themselves, because when Pere was also called, they asked him to guess who the other wildcards, and he said Maria, and mentioned other names too. I was like, wow. Maria was actually his first name. Wow. So according to Maria, because he's playing wildcards and he has to protect his identity, she keeps on lying and lying. When you follow the reality, the show very well, when you add people's stories, then you know they are lying. Especially Angel. She says she's 21. That was on the first day the audition. I'm not audition, like when Ebuka invited them. First day into the house, she said she's 21. Later, when she was narrating her stories to the guy, she said she's 19. Later, now, Sasuke says she's the youngest in the house. So how old is Angel now? She keeps contradicting herself. One thing about lying is, so initially I was thinking Angel was part of the wildcards because her words didn't match, and she kept on saying this, and then she said another one, and then she said another one. But then she's not the wildcard. She's not part. The unexpected people like Maria. After Maria, I didn't really expect it, though she was overdoing things to keep her, like hide her identity. I didn't really. She was acting it right. Now, after the diary room or the diary session, Big Brother then comes out to talk about the wild cards, because it's a task that they need to find a solution to. So initially I was a bit upset. Oh, why would Big Brother just betray them like that? Oh, why? So that was what I was telling myself. But later I understood that, or I've understood that was a good approach, because the hints is supposed to make Maria and Pere more active. Like, they are supposed to protect their identity more, because this is the time that when they play loose, they are going to be detected. As soon as they play loose, they are going to be caught. And funny enough, the house are deliberating who is it, and they are even accusing Beatrice, innocent Beatrice. I was like, oh, Beatrice. And I understand why they are accusing Beatrice, because Beatrice is a bit isolated. Like, she does her things different. I understand yesterday she blasted someone and all that, but please, the show is getting interesting. That's all I can say. The show is getting interesting. It's getting very, very interesting. Our idea for today, let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you think this will go on Sunday. Let me know how you think the rehearsal. Let me even hit on the rehearsal. So I mean the theoretical performance tomorrow. I think it's going to be great. And the kudos to the house. They really done well within 3 days I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and 3 days, being able to produce something to perform tomorrow. They've done a good job. Yeah. So let me know your thoughts. My name is Lydia once again. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.